Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? So we know that the Metcalf dad, Jeff Metcalf, went off on Charleston White after Charleston White gave an apology. And y'all know Charleston White, he crashed out, he came back, apologized, and now he's crashing back out as Charleston, what everybody knows Charleston to do. OMG. Oh my goodness, Charleston, he went ham. He crashed out on Jeff Metcalf in his bikini top with the Daisy Dukes on, sitting in the chair tail just a little while ago. Now, from what Charleston said, this is Charleston words, not mine. Charleston White said that the Metcalf boys was on steroids, basically on some kind of something he called it, but basically steroids. Also, that the Metcalf dad Jeff, he's talking bad about baby mamas and like black men have baby mamas everywhere. That's how I took it. When he's not even together and under the same four corners as his twin boy and the twin boy's mom. And they say, allegedly from Charleston White, that this dad used to put hands on the mom. And that them twin boys, was that the reason why the twin boys allegedly, gave their dad 2 pieces and 4 biscuits to go? I do believe so. Were they trying to protect their mom? Because if you guys notice, in my last live, when they gave the verdict and then they were all in the courtroom, they had the cameras rolling. Then it's so suspicious to me how they had the cameras rolling after the verdict. But anyway, they had the cameras rolling. They had the judge and I don't know if the judge was in there, but the DA, which the DA, he's been exposed by Dr. I forget her name, but she exposed the doctor, the judge, and all them as being dirty. Sexual charges, federal sexual charges, a lawsuit that has basically been put up against the DA. I mean, doing disgusting stuff. But anywho, let's get back to Jeff Metcalf. So if you ever go back and look at the video where they were in the court after they sentenced poor Carmelo Anthony, my heart goes out to their family and goes out to the Metcalf family, the mother and the Austin that passed away. However, if you ever go back and look at the video, you could tell that mom didn't want to have nothing to do with that daddy. Was he a deadbeat daddy trying to talk about the black men? I'm just trying to figure out, because it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Sir, you don't live under the same four corners, but you're talking about black people, basically how they got baby mamas and trying to get food stamps and all kinds of other things. Charleston White laid it down. He said he wanted to even have a fight, that Aiden Ross, he let Aiden Ross know that, I want to have, a fight. Yeah, I want to lay some hands. Yeah, I want to give Jeff Metcalf 24 pieces and 2 biscuits to go. Charleston White is ready. He said a whole bunch of stuff. But is that why Jeff is upset and crying, hollering, and slinging snot? And then he didn't have a mourning type of crash out. No, he had a racial crash out, and everybody knows this. It was racist what he was saying in that video. And it was 3 hours long. It was very, very racial. It's one thing that you're mourning. It's another thing when your racial, tendencies are coming out. I feel sorry for the mom. I don't get, and I may be wrong, I don't get that she was like that. I believe that Jeff was trying to even push that on her about being racist and raising his kids to be like that. Like they're entitled for this, they're entitled for that, instead of trying to be a good father and raise them with the sports, this, that, and the third. So he's trying to call the pot calling the kettle black, and he has no room because he's not even living with even the other twin. And I don't know if it's the ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife, the twins' mother. So my heart goes out to the twins' mom, not to Jeff Metcalf. I'm sorry. You can say what you want to say, but he was being very racist. And there's a white America that sees the injustice that us black people go through. And I just want to say this: those people see the white America that see the injustice of blacks are standing up and they're saying and talking and speaking up for us. We all know what Carmelo did. You know, he was defending himself. Now, anybody that's in a situation, you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know. You may have some tweezers in your purse and you get into a fight with 4 girls. You think you ain't going to say, oh, shoot, I got something in my purse. Or, get these girls off of me. You don't know what you're going to do in that situation. And that's what he did. Carmelo defended himself. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. This is my own opinion. But the crash out with Charleston White, he snapped back, which I'm glad he did, because now these days there is like more we are more, everybody is more able to go and tell how they feel about certain things now. Minus social media, like back in the heydays, people weren't able to voice their opinion, but now everybody can voice their opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion, just like they got a mouth. Everybody has one, and it's okay. But when you're being racist, like a white racist, because there's black people who are racist too, to us, to their own race. There's people who don't like their own race for whatever reason. So it's racist people in every race. So just because you have Jeff Metcalf and his racist and his tendencies or whatever, doesn't mean that all white people are bad, or all white people are racist. You can't say that. That's like saying all black people are racist, or all black people are bad, or all black people got all black women have baby mamas everywhere, or black men have baby mamas everywhere. You can't say that, because there's great people in all races. But y'all, I don't know what's going to happen. This has really turned into really like almost like a race war. The house is really divided on this situation. But what people are not understanding, you keep your hands to yourself. When you keep your hands to yourself, these things wouldn't happen. I'm sorry. And like I said, nobody deserves to, pass away. But when you put your hands on somebody, you don't know what's going to happen. Somebody can unalive you by their bare hands. It didn't have to take, a pokey of, with the knife. It could have been somebody's bare hands. It's happened plenty of times before. But at the same time, if Austin would have kept his hands to himself, I'm sorry. He just found out, what happened, after the situation and altercation that the family did. But like I said, my heart goes out to, not to Jeff, because he's a racist, but to the mother. And I feel sorry for her, because I believe that it was probably pushed upon her, probably throughout their marriage and probably her life. And she's like, I need to get rid of this racist. Maybe she wasn't even a racist. I mean, I don't know. But maybe she wasn't even like that, and he was trying to push that off on her. Or maybe she was the same. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is looking at what that video after the court hearing, I lost my earring. After the court hearing, it seemed like the mother really cannot stand Jeff at all. And you guys could see it. She didn't want to stand by him. She was like, oh my, like she really cannot stand him. And I could see that he's very narcissistic. He's very racist. He's very headstrong. And that's probably why he's by himself and he ain't got no woman. Because there ain't no good woman going to deal with that type of mess. Absolutely not. That's why their mom probably got smart and got on up out of there. But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going to probably go live and give my opinion about the whole story. And it's just going to be raw and uncut, And if you don't like it, hey, it's okay. Everybody don't like everything. Everybody's not for everybody. And for the trolls, welcome. We love trolls. Welcome. I have very thick skin. Very, very thick skin. So you can say whatever you want. You're entitled to your opinion. And everybody is. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and that's okay, because I know the trolls are in everybody that's talking about Carmelo. The trolls are in everybody that is saying and speaking out about this situation. However, Charleston White, high five to you, Charleston White. I'm telling you, go hard or go home. Have a great one. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.